Got away 40. Unedited. I am shocked to find Austin home when I get there. He mentioned that he would be going for work and would only be back later. Hey babe, I say, walking to where he is. Where are you coming from? He asks instead. It's a little odd that he sounds this cold towards me. Just this morning we were okay and never in our years of marriage has he ever sounded like this towards me. I was at Pinnacle Mall meeting a friend. I say, not wanting to review a lot of information. What friend? Austin, I don't like how you are talking to me. I understand you are my husband and deserve to know my whereabouts, but I don't appreciate you talking to me like I am a child. I say, standing my ground. He breathes out heavily. There has never been a day that you have hidden things from me, and then for me to get a call from the officer that was in charge of Sam and Nawaki's case asking why we are digging up the case. I was going to tell you, Austin, but I don't see why you are worked out. He looks at me with bloodshot eyes. Are you even listening to yourself? That case was closed. Your sister is dead and she is better off remaining dead. Austin, thank you for acknowledging that she is my sister, and as such I will do what I please. I am not only mad but hurt too. She didn't deserve to die the way she did. I couldn't even give her a proper send-off because all I put in her coffin was a photo. Austin, I am sorry that I am digging this case up, but Nawaki was my sister and I need closure. Tears are running down my eyes. You need to get yourself checked. This kind of madness will lead you into a psychiatric ward. He says, walking away. I was going to let this go, but it doesn't make sense. He is supposed to be a supportive partner and help me dig this up if need be. After talking to Joshua, I have realized that so many pieces were left hanging and there is no way I am going to let it go just like that. Austin, why are you worked up? Is there something you discovered during the investigation that you are not telling me about? I am surprisingly calm when I ask him those questions. Just leave me alone. You want to act like you are so desperate by involving other people. Be my guest. Just don't think that I will tolerate this behavior for long. I will leave you alone, not because you have asked me to, but because I want you to think through this nasty behavior because it is an uncalled for. He stands up and squares me. You have no right to talk to me like this. Never forget that I am your husband and I own you. Without me you would be nothing. Austin, I say, bewildered. You better put a stop to this nonsense unless of course you are ready to move out and go back to your poverty-stricken home where I picked you from. He pushes me out of the way and leaves the house, banging the door behind him so hard it leaves a ring in my ears for some minutes before I finally come back to my senses. I go and sit on the chair. For the next couple of minutes I try to think of all the reasons he could have reacted like that, but none of them make sense. Just maybe he felt offended that I am doubting his findings for the fact that he single-handedly dealt with the cop, or maybe that I have decided to start my own investigations without his knowledge. Just as I am thinking this through, Joshua sends me a message. He has talked to the vendors that were listed and all of them are telling him the same story. But what is shocking is that the account used to pay them is showing different vendors and the ones listed from the records is showing another thing. I thank him for the information and tell him to keep me updated if anything. I was going to let this go, but Austin's behavior has just raised my suspicions and I will not rest until I find out what exactly happened to my sister. Whether she is dead or alive, I just need to know what exactly happened. Quench's Girl, Winnie Woman, Boeing, medium dark.